I'm Dr. Thompson Akwo, NTUBA, the Chief Editor of Health and Development Magazine. And we are at the Gonzales B Convention Center downtown San Antonio as part of the Apics convention, which basically has to do with commodities, logistics, and related problems. And with me is
Ejike Ogochukwu, and I work for Ortho Clinical Diagnostics. We're based in Rochester, New York, and we build blood analyzer machines. Our machines are in hospitals across the world, healthcare facilities across the world, and I'm a buyer planner for the spare parts used to repair these machines.
You were part of the discussion in the plenary session this morning, and as I hear you gave wonderful insights on resolution of some of the issues which the company is dealing with. Presently, you talked about the challenge your company is facing with FDA approval as to parts that are supposed to be used and organizations or companies where they are supposed to come from. Can you elaborate on that and tell me how challenging that is and what obstacle it places to your path towards improving healthcare outcomes and impact around the world?
The basic issue is that my department is charged with delivering savings to the organization by repairing spare parts that break down as opposed to buying completely new ones. So I guess the main challenge is trying to get approval through our change management process to have a part repaired as opposed to buying it completely brand new once it breaks down. And the change management process is geared towards, it's designed according to FDA guidelines. So it's a very rigorous process trying to get a part that was not previously repaired, trying to get it repaired. We have to go through this internal process that we have, which is multi-layered, and it involves various departments: quality assurance, engineering, research and development, supply chain. They all have to have their input into the process to make sure that whatever part that is being repaired does not compromise the quality of the machine in any way. So it's a very multi-layered process. It can take months. It usually takes months. So yeah, that is that is the challenge for my particular department. Is just getting a part that wasn't repaired before repaired. Of course, the reason why we want to repair it is that it's more cost efficient to repair it as opposed to just buying a new part each time. Of course, it's not every single part that we can repair because there are suppliers out there there aren't enough suppliers out there to repair every single part. There aren't enough suppliers with expertise to do it.
Commodity is healthcare Africa. With your experience in the United States and coming from an African background, what do you think are some of the things which are not happening in Africa, and what would you suggest should be done in order to improve what operates in Africa?
Oh, okay. I think we could probably, tighten regulatory guidelines with regards to monitoring the quality of drugs that we make and drugs that come into the country from the outside. I think that is one area that we could really tighten things up. In Nigeria, for instance, which is originally where I'm from, there was a point in time where I think back in the late 90s, there wasn't really that much strong regulation within this particular area. But NAFDAC, which is Nigeria's equivalent of the FDA, they've improved quite a bit. over the past 10 to 15 years, but there's still much more work to do in this area. And
thank you very much. In terms of the discussions today, we heard of cold chain, and there are people who are volunteering to look into a follow-up of that, or to be part of a follow-up discussion. Vis-a-vis the disaster in Puerto Rico and the problems which are related to cold chain, some of the discussions which we had about companies who were not able to keep the temperatures as required. What would you advise people in Africa and other places to do from what you